situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week.
Touchdown! Michael Carter with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Finding Gaskin underneath. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Tua going to throw. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early in the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Robinson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. James Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a big play that time by the Jets. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And this is caught. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And diving to try to get the 1st down, he's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. Not much there, only a yard. Carter. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Pilardi, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st down, it's Carter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the 2nd pick of the 4th round, out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant, A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Tua. Got him, man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Wilson on first down. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They go play action now. Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle, didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Carter. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Another run on second down with Carter. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 31, Wilson flushed out right. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A throw to the flat for Carter. Touchdown, Jets! Michael Carter from 17 yards out. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Wilson going to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
James Robinson,
his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Wilson to throw.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Play action. It's Wilson.
He'll check this one down to Carter.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Carl Lawson, former Bengal, in on the stop. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Robinson again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a give, right side, Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Wilson to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That is caught by Mims. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Huff. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways.